Hello again, and welcome to Elementary, Monday evenings at 6. And today, we're all about the glam. We are talking to my guest, who is all about makeup. And it's absolutely going to be a fabulous show. So I have interviewed this guest before, and she's going to ask me to join any minute. My guest before. But now it's even more special because I've had the opportunity to actually work with her. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. And you?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for accepting and for spending your time with us today. It's a crazy Monday. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But let's get started. I have so many questions for you now that I've had the opportunity to work with you. So introduce yourself and your Instagram handle.
Perfect. Yes. So hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Ortiz. I'm a professional makeup artist. I specialize in bridal makeup, and my Instagram is Makeup by Design Toronto.
Perfect. So Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I started my business in 2017, and I have a background in teaching, so I have a bachelor in education, and I always loved teaching. But after having my kids, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something more creative, and I wanted to have more control of my time. And makeup was something that I always liked. And so I decided to go into makeup, and I went to college to get a certificate. And that's how I started going into makeup.
Very nice, very nice. I mean, it's always nice to see you following your dreams and doing something you love, of course. So important. We spend so many hours doing it, right? Um, the best part about you agreeing to come today is because now I've had the opportunity to really get to work with you, and I've seen all the stuff you've done, so it's pretty amazing. So let's can you describe like your experience working with different skin tones and textures and how you ensure that you provide customized makeup and looks for diverse clients? That's a lot,
Yes.
of I asked a lot in one question. Sorry.
One of the things behind the brand is that we, the team, because I do have a team that work with me. So the idea about this company is to design makeup that suits our clients' needs and wants. Okay. I believe that we have to embrace natural beauty. My goal is not to make somebody look like somebody else. My goal is to enhance the beauty that you already have or the client already have, and then make them look and feel special. And in order to do that, one of the process that I always go through is trying to really understand what the client wants. Because let's say if somebody says, oh, I want something natural, but natural for me is very different what natural means to you. Or if I want something glam, so in my mind, I have an idea, but probably you have another idea. So understanding, having that communication with the client before, it helps me create the look that they want. And when it comes to the actual texture or the color of the client, that when I have the person in front of me, I have to do a quick evaluation. I have to see the skin type that the client have. So according of on their skin type, I use the products, foundations, skin care according to their particular skin type. Because let's say if somebody has very oily skin, dry skin, and then I use all mattifying products, I will make that person look older. So we don't want that. So we always treat the skin. So identifying the skin first, and then you work with the products to suit that specific need. Okay, I hope I answer all the questions.
So walk us through your creative process, right? How you approach understanding their vision and how it translates into that makeup look that suits people.
Yeah. So first of all, if it's a regular client, let's say somebody that is going to an event or somebody that needs a photo shoot like the one that you had. So what I ask those questions. So what skin type do you have? Do you have any allergies, any sensitivity? Because it's very important. Some people have very sensitive skin, or they have acne, or they have rosacea. So in order for me to better serve my client, I need to know those details. So I can, as I mentioned before, use the products according to their needs. Okay, the other question that I always ask my clients is to send me a picture of themselves. Some of the clients are new. I haven't worked with them in the past. So I need to be able to see the person, and I ask them to send me a photo with no makeup, so I can have an idea of the skin color that they have, the texture. I know that some photos can be tricky. Some people use filters and all that. So, but just having an idea of a person's photo with no makeup, I can start thinking about, oh, so that person has more like a golden undertone. So I would bring this type of palette, or these colors I will use. I also ask them about their wardrobe. So what are you want to wear for the event? If it's, I don't know, social event, a birthday, a wedding, understanding what are they going to wear helps me also create the look for them. The jewelry is very important. So let's say if the person is wearing somebody golden, so I will try to incorporate some golden shades on their eyes to complement the look. Okay. And lastly, I always ask them for a picture, an inspiration photo, for me to try to identify what are their expectations. Because when it comes to makeup and hair, understanding the client's expectations will ensure that you can deliver those expectations. So if you don't communicate with the client, if I don't know those details, it will be very, very hard for me to please my client and that they will be fully satisfied. So those are the steps that I do before meeting the client. So once I'm with the client, I will, evaluate deeply their skin, their color, their clothes, and then I will create the look based on their undertones and the look that they're going for. So that's basically all that is going through my mind.
Yeah, no, excellent. I must say though that when you did, when you were getting ready for my photo shoot, you did actually send me emails, give me instructions of what to do the night before, 2 days before. You did give those detailed instructions, which really in bite-sized pieces, right? And then when I did show up, you kind of gave me like a little array of looks and said, where do you want to be, And for all of you watching, if you want to take a look at the pictures, I posted them actually this week, or whatever day. Today is Monday, sorry, last week. So I posted them last week. You can take a look at the look Sarah created for me. just to get a better understanding. And, and I was appreciative of you saying, hey, where do you want to be in this scale, right? And I mean, the one thing I did tell you is I didn't want to look like anybody else, but when you all done, it was gorgeous. I mean, you did a fabulous job. Thank you.
So much.
So how do you stay up to date with current makeup trends and techniques? And and how do you incorporate them?
Yes. So before I move on to that question, you mentioned something very important about the preparation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I spoke over how I prepare myself, but making sure that the client prepares their skin properly and their hair, it will make a huge difference. So giving you that feedback about how you can be ready for the appointment will make a big difference, because your makeup will look nicer, it will last longer, and it will make you feel more confident, as you mentioned. So I'm so glad that you brought that to our attention, because that's very important. And that picture I show you during our appointment, so you can see the different levels of intensity. Because let's say for me, a smoky eye will be something like this, let's say. But for you, maybe you want something more dramatic. But if you can see it and put your finger on it and say, this is what I want, this is how I look myself, is way easier either for you and for me, because we will be on the same page. So that's great. Thank you for bringing that.
I know that was helpful. Really, it was. So we were saying, how do you stay up to date with trends? Yeah.
So for me, I like to do a lot of online trainings. So either I follow them on Instagram, or I find them on website on Google. So I try to find new trends, new artists that are specialized in one specific area, let's say bridal. So I will attend those master classes. I will, sign up for like online courses, so that way I can perfect my techniques. The other thing that I like to do, I meet up with a team and we practice together. So let's say that today we're going to practice one hairdo. So everybody puts their input. So, and we learn from each other. So that's something that I like to do with a team. So we are pretty much in the same level. So either if you hire me personally or you hire another team member, you will get a very similar result, and you will be happy with the outlook. So something that I like. And when it comes to also, like, let's say makeup trends, I think social media is one of the biggest influencers, right? And what I like to try with trends, incorporate with trends, is sometimes the colors. Okay, the colors. Let's say if there's a particular color that is trendy, I will try to incorporate it into the look. For example, at the beginning of the year, crystals were very trendy. Like adding crystals, like in different parts of the face, and the eyes mostly, was trendy. And not many people feel very confident wearing those type of styles. So I will suggest, depending on the event, let's say if I know somebody's going for like a gala or something, like a fashion show, I will say, oh, you know what, this is trendy, so you're gonna try it. But if it's a bride or something a little more classic, I wouldn't, I start adding crystals unless that's the bride style. But in general, like those trends from Instagram, to me, are more just for fun, for something like an event or something like that. But for bridal, I don't believe following trends is ideal. You want to keep your makeup looking very classic and timeless. So something that you will go back 20 years from now and say, oh my God, I look beautiful. I look like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So not like, oh, they have those like big, like fluffy brows, and I look so bad with that brows, right?
Yeah.
So for bridal, I try to keep it very simple, classic, elegant, and only if the bride requires, though, ask for those like trends in particular, I will incorporate them, but I prefer just to keep it more like settled in that regards.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. So can you provide us some examples of different occasions you've done? Because you don't just do weddings, you do quite a bit of other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, give us a
So
list.
my forte, as I said, is bridal, and it's usually between late May to September is the bridal season. So I work very hard with brides during that period. But off seasons, I work with photographers. So for example, with Diana, we did a collaboration, and I work with her. She's a photographer, and I get them her clients ready for headshots. So that's something that I really, really like, working in that environment. The other area that I have worked in the past is in beauty pageants. So I have worked in Miss Universe, Miss World Canada, and different other beauty pageants. So sometimes I work directly with the organizer, or sometimes the girls participating hire me to do their makeup and their hair for their event. So that's more like more glam makeup, more stage makeup. And something that I also work with, I've been working as a makeup instructor as well.
Okay.
So I work for the Toronto District School Board as a makeup instructor. So I teach makeup to women that want to improve their knowledge of makeup. So I work in that area, and I would say that will be mostly so bridal, photo shoots, beauty pageants, and teaching.
Yeah, very nice. I noticed you had put some pictures a while back about like a Latino pageant that you were working, and it was
Yes.
very, very nice.
Reina Latina.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was nice to see that side of you emerge, doing that kind of stuff. So talking about collaborations, I was going to ask you a specific question about that, but you already kind of segued into it. So how do you collaborate with photographers as well to make sure that both of you are kind of working in like cohesion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned Diana, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for example, I will say at the beginning of my career, I was doing more collaborations with photographers because I was interested in building my portfolio, right? And when you do collaborations, you have more freedom to create different styles. For example, I work with I have worked with other photographers that she's from Ajax. And when we do collaborations, we try to go more creative, more editorial styles. And the idea behind the collaboration is cross-promote each other and to build the portfolio and experiment styles. So let's say if there is a trend that I would like to try, and I want to have a photo of that look, I will probably do a collaboration, and I can explore, play with that style, and that also, helps sharpen your techniques as well. And you have no pressure when you work with a client. It's not about what you want, it's about what they want. Okay, so you have to make sure that you fully deliver to their expectations. But when you do collaboration, you have a little more freedom to be more creative and create stuff. So as I said, we both share our time, and in return we get the photos, and they get a nice makeup, so they don't have to edit that much. Because if somebody comes with no proper makeup, probably the photographer needs to do more editing. But with the proper makeup that is high definition and well done, makes their work easier. So that way it balances, I will say.
Yeah, very nice. But the most important thing is my next question. And, how do you prioritize hygiene and sanitization in your work, and what measures do you take?
Perfect.
And I know what measures you take, so.
That's a very, very good question, and something that COVID made us change our mind about hygiene. When I started makeup, one of the things that they taught us was that you have to keep your makeup kit clean and never double dip, okay? Especially the cream products. So it was like very basic. But when COVID came, we started I want to believe that most makeup artists changed their mind, and now they are taking more care of their kit. So for example, one of the things that I always do is after each client, I will deep clean my brushes. Okay, so I will use the antibacterial dish soap to clean, deeply remove all the makeup from my brushes. Then I will spray all the brushes, the bristles, with 70% alcohol, and I will wipe down with disinfecting wipes the handles, okay, just to prevent any bacteria from growing and remove any bacteria. And the alcohol on the bristles will kill all the bacteria. So after each client, that's the first thing I do to ensure that my brushes are spot clean to my next client, okay? The other things that I do is I use all spatulas and my tools, let's say my spatula, my tweezers, my scissors. I always wash them and submerge them in antibacterial solution to sanitize and sterilize those products. And they are stainless steel products, so they don't accumulate bacteria very easily. So that's something that I do. And also after that is clean and sanitized, I will put it away to be ready for my next client. I use disposable sponges. I never use beauty sponges. I only use disposable sponges, so I can use it with my client and then just throw it away. I use disposable mascara ones, lip ones. So I never use the lipstick straight on my client's lip. I will just swipe a little, and then onto my palette, and then apply it on my clients. Even eyeliner, I only use gel eyeliner, because using liquid and the same applicator, that's a no-no. So if you ever get your makeup done and your makeup artist is doing your makeup and applying liquid eyeliner with the same applicator, don't let her do it, because if she did it with you, probably she did it with so many more people and you don't know if they had bacteria, pink eye, so you don't want to do that. Even the mascara ones, if I do mascara, I will do one mascara, one per eye, so I do not put the applicator back to the container where my mascara is, and I replace it every 3 months or less, the mascara, so it's fresh with no bacteria. Something else that I do is I always sanitize my makeup palettes, my powder palettes. So powders don't accumulate bacteria as much as the creams and liquids. So creams and liquid products I replace every year, and powders I replace every 2 years. But after each client, I will spray with a sanitizing spray that kills 99.9 bacteria, and I will also wipe down my palettes just to remove any fallouts or any dirt or bacteria that might be on my palettes. And I do it also after each client, just to try to keep it as clean and hygiene as possible. And I do wear masks depending on the client. Some clients, they prefer me to have mask, and I wear the mask. Some people now is more relaxed, but I will, in most cases, I wear the mask, especially because I'm in a very close contact with somebody else, and just out of respect. So those are the steps that I'm doing currently right now.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed your brushes were fresh brushes that you used on me. You took everything out on a palette. There was no double dipping. That was quite, it was very noticeable. So thank you for that. What are your long-term goals with and aspirations for your makeup business?
Well, so I would like to grow more into bridal, have a bigger team. I would like to have a full-time studio where I can offer other services. And something that I do really look forward to create my own makeup academy, because I love teaching and I love helping others to do makeup, to put makeup on themselves. So that will be something that I always think about having that, going into teaching, having my academy, or teaching makeup artists, or teaching regular everyday women how to do makeup, because that I'm really passionate about, and I love sharing my experience, my expertise, and teaching others, something that is very fulfilling for me. So I look forward to do something like that in the future.
Yeah. You know what they say, dream it, then do it. So dream it and then put a roadmap together and get it done. Yeah, amazing. So what do you think are some essential qualities for a makeup artist?
For makeup artists, okay. Essential, like in regards to product?
No, qualities, like your personalities, and yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect. Yeah. So I think one of the quality all makeup artists need to have is to be good listeners. We need to be able to listen to our clients' needs and wants. Good communication skills. If you're not able to communicate well with your client, how are you able to help them? Also, I find that you have to be patient and have, self-control. Some people is very nice, but there are other people that a little more trouble. So you have to be able to control yourself and be always professional. That's something important. Professional, on time, responsible, reliable, organized, and something that I find that be how you say it, like friendly, of course.
Yeah.
You have to be friendly. There are some artists that they are very quiet and kept to themselves. They don't speak during the appointments. They are, to the point. But I find that you have to be more personal and, talk to the client, get to know them, create connections, establish a relationship with them. Especially, I get that more with brides because we do trials, we get into phone calls, we share a lot of emails, so you do get more relationship with them. This is something that's very important because I don't want my clients to feel that they are just one more client. I just want them to feel special, to feel that they are understood, that they are important, and that they are beautiful, and that they feel beautiful. And that's something that you get when you connect with your client. If you don't connect with them, you're just going to put makeup on. But just to have a nice atmosphere with a peaceful and happy and, comfortable, that's something that all makeup artists should have those qualities, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the great part about it is you get to do a lot of bridal, which is in itself quite special. I mean, it's a very special day. You have to have a good personality for that piece, because you might even have a bridezilla. Who knows? Right.
So far, no. I'm so glad.
Yeah, because I think you've done the makeup before and they're comfortable with you, and so when you show up on that day, I'm sure that they're feeling, that's one thing they're feeling confident about. Let me ask you a question that I don't know if I've asked you this ever before, but do you do airbrush makeup or airbrush?
No, right now I'm just doing traditional makeup, but I have been getting a lot of requests about it, so I might started looking into it because it was very popular a few years ago.
Yeah.
They stopped for a long time, and then now is getting more popular right now. People is asking more about it. One of the things with the airbrush makeup is it's very long wear, water resistant, waterproof. But nowadays you get very good quality foundations that they deliver the same finish. Sometimes the airbrush, you have to have good skin. If you have a lot of texture, very dry, you may not get the same results. But if you do traditional makeup using tools like the techniques that we have, we can get around with different textures, different skin types. So it is more flexible. But some people now is asking for that.
Yeah, I see a lot of people. So I know it was very popular at one point, right?
Yeah.
But you're right about, drier skin or something like that may not go as well, right, with the airbrush. So I want to make sure I've captured everything I can about you. So is there something maybe you want to share that I haven't asked you, that you think it would be beneficial for our viewers?
Okay, let me think. No, I think we cover a lot. Something that I will, let's say, well, I'm a mom of 3 boys, so working under pressure is, part of my everyday. So that's something that I learned. If I have to do several clients, that's something that I'm able to do, work under pressure. And when it comes to the team, as I mentioned before, so right now I have about 4 girls that we work together. And we do have offer like big bridal parties. We can serve big bridal parties that are around like 10 people. So if somebody has a wedding and they need, they have a lot of bridesmaids, or just like they say, the mother of the bride, the family members, we can accommodate large bridal parties. And also we are flexible with the time. We have start weddings, working with weddings at 4 in the morning. so we are able to work early. So depending on the time, the schedule that the bride have, we can accommodate the, the, the bride based on the number of people and the number of the hours that they need. I also do hair as well, so not just makeup. Just we do both. So it's a full service. Most of my services are done mobile because are mostly weddings. So we travel anywhere. So no matter where you are, if you're in Toronto, in GTA, or even outside the greater Toronto area, we also travel for that. And I do have a small studio here in Toronto. So for some people that you just want to come because they feel more confident coming to the studio, or they have an event near this area, so they rather just come here because they live far. So I have that flexibility too. So if they want to come to the studio, or if they want me to go to their places, we always go do that. So that probably that's something that good for people to know, that we offer that mobile service, and that all our products are professional makeup products, high definition, long wear, and it's always, as I said, sometimes we start very early in the morning, and then the bride has to have their makeup on till the night, and the makeup will hold all day long. So something that's very important to, mention.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for those of you who are watching, and you want to check out the look Sarah did for me, please go to my Instagram handle at jwatsonhomes. I have the pictures displayed. I actually asked people to select which picture, but I had the pictures displayed, so you can take a look at the hair and makeup that Sarah did for me. She did make the hair as well. And I had a lot of fun working with you, so thank you. You're very personable and made me feel very comfortable. It's very awkward when someone else does your makeup, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? You're like in close court, but you're very personable, and you're very nice person. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you for your time you spend interviewing with me. I can't wait for your dreams to come true, and for you to open up that academy. And for all of you watching, I appreciate your time. Mondays at 6, more than likely, most of the times, unless someone can't really do 6. But Mondays at 6 is when I do the show. So thank you again for joining me. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jacqueline Watson, and I'm a realtor with Sutton Group. This is my way of promoting businesses, and actually taking a chance, working with them. And if they do a good job, I want to share it. I want to promote it, so you have a good experience as well. So thank you, Sarah, and thank you, everyone else. Bye.
For giving me this opportunity, and for also I had a great experience with you, and thank you for opening up the floor, like this space, so I can let other people know about my business. That's something that I really appreciate, and we're looking forward to working together in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.